Good morning. It's another beautiful day, and I think we have a laptop to fix. Let me start the microscope. Let's repair some laptops. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, let's take this out. So this is a motherboard job. It's a Packard Bell Easy Note TE. Yeah, that's the model number. Anyway, let's plug the charger and see what's happened. So if you are plugging the charger, it's no light on the charging LEDs. No, no, no. Yes. So it's no light there, and it's not coming on. So what we are seeing now? Just look on the laptop and tell me, what do you see? Nothing. I know. And you know why? Because to see something you have to use tools. So with this one, with the charger, I can't see nothing. So let's use the power supply. 19 volts, and let's check. I haven't opened this laptop. Not yet. I booked in the job, I diagnosed the laptop, and I said, yeah, it is a motherboard. Well, let's see. Ground plus. And if you check on the power supply, the bottom, the red one, is 100 milliamps. Let's try to power up the laptop. Hundred milliamps. I press the power button, nothing happened. So you see, now it's zero. Now it's 100 milliamps. Does mean actually the charging port is good, because the power goes inside of the laptop and the laptop actually is drawing 100 milliamps. So it's not a charging port issue. You see, 100 milliamps? But it's not normal. So let's go back. Let's go back. And I think I draw like few videos on the back about the basic principle on the laptops, but let's do it again. Let's do it again. So we have the charging port. Yeah, that's our charging port. And we have minus, and we have plus. Minus, plus. After the minus and plus, I told you have like two chips for emergency shutdown. You know, in case of overheating or USB short, or I don't know, different scenarios. But anyway, the ground is always the same in all the laptop, but this is the plus. After this, two protective things, which they are controlled by some power management chip. Yeah. After that, then my 19 volts goes on all the laptop. Like here we have CPU, power supplies, and we have 3.3 volts for the 3.3 you have on the starter chip on the Southbridge. And after that we have memory 1.2 volts, and we have also 5 volts for the USB. Yeah, and from here you have a second thing. It goes to another protective chip, and from here to the battery. Okay, so that's how the laptop works. You put the power here, you go over these chips, and this will charge the battery also. Yeah, when you take out the charger, the battery will feed up the power on over the laptop. This chip is also controlled by the power management chip. So this principle works on 99% from the laptops. So just keep in mind. So now, what do we check now? Now we put the power here. We put 19 volts with the power supply, and actually the power is going, but it's going only 100 milliamps. That's not very okay. When the laptop is off, I have only this power supply on, so this will be on. In order to beat this on and power up my Southbridge chip, the startup chip, I think it's only around 40 milliamps, and I have 100 milliamps. They show me like I have a motherboard fault, but that's not enough. You should be more precise with this. Like how the doctor said. The doctor said, let's go inside, and the other guy say, no, let's go from the other side, inside. So same like us, just let's avoid the charging port, yeah, and let's go inside with the power for the battery. Why not? Because if the battery will be charged and the laptop is good, the laptop will power up. So let's go from the battery. Let's go from the battery. And on the battery, you can check on the battery the voltage. And you have 10.8. Probably that will be the lowest value, so I can go with 12 volts. 12 volts will be fine. 12. We can check with on the power supply what's happened. You see, when you see the connector, one side is plus, on the other side is minus, but you don't know which. You can check with the beeper from the ground from the USB ports, for example, yeah, on the USB. But let's use the ground from USB, yeah, it's more easy. Let's use the ground from USB, and let's check here. So we have, this is completely short, yeah, this is ground. That means this is ground. It's completely short. It's not showing me nothing on the. It's going from 12 volts goes to 0. That means this is ground. Yeah, that means this is plus. And on the plus, check on the amps meter, on the amps reader. Yeah, on the red one. Yeah, here on the red one. On the plus, is taking 2.6 amp. 2.6 amp without powering the laptop. 2.6 amp for a standby operation, that's too much. That's a lot too much. So basically, let's go back to the schematics, and what we done, we put the power here, here and here. Here is the ground, 12 volts, and here is taking around over 2 amps, and the power supply is limited to like 2 volts and something. From my experience, if you have this kind of current request here on the battery, probably here you have a short to ground. So one of these power supplies is shorted to ground. That's the thing. So here is taking nothing. But Not always, keep in mind, not always. If here you have a short, does mean these chips will be open and will give you a short here. You see, our case, on some cases, yeah, a short here will be reflected on the charging port. But look on our case. On our case, we have no short here. If I put 19 volts, I have 19 volts and it's taking like only 100 milliamps. But actually we have a short here. I don't think it's short here. If it will be short here, will take in no power. It's just my power supply will just go to zero and will be nothing. So it's not short here. Probably short over this chip here. And let's check. Let's go inside. Let's open the laptop. But that I explain you. When you have a customer, you have to put the right diagnostic. You can't just. You have to put something on the diagnostic. If you are wrong, it's bad, because you have to call back the customer and tell me, yeah, I was wrong, and actually the problem is it's different. And you can't do it. It's not professional. So you have to put the right diagnostic from the beginning. And yes, I check when I booked in the job and I say like it's a motherboard. I check for the battery and I saw the short. Well, let's just open the laptop and check where it was. Ask me. No. No.
No. You know what's wrong with it?
No.
You haven't checked it yet?
No.
You know when?
Probably today. Yeah. That's why it's very important to put the right diagnostic on the beginning. And yeah, a short on the motherboard, it's easy things to fix because you can see or you can feel, and you'll see. Just let me to open the laptop and we can see how you can feel, because these 2.2 amps go somewhere, and like thermodynamics law said, is nothing get lost, so probably something get hot there. Something is getting hot. And like how I said, you have two ways to go inside of the laptop with the power, for the charge port or for the battery. Okay, let's open the laptop. Let's take out the keyboard. Wow. To check here. Liquid. Ooh, that's crazy. So this actually is a liquid damage. It's a very nasty laptop. Okay, all the screws are out. Let's leave this. Okay, we have one more screw. And we have one more. Okay. Oh look, food. Look what's here. What's that? What's that? Food. That's food. Some liquid damage. Food liquid damage. Otherwise, looks good. The motherboard looks fine. Yeah. So let's clean here. Let's see what's here. Let me go under the microscope and check. Probably something sweet like sugar. Okay, let's clean. Let's put some petrol and clean that. I don't know what's that, but let's check. Let's go and test again with the power supply. Test again with the power supply on the battery connector. .6 amp. Okay. Let's check. 2.6 amp and see what is getting hot. Oh, I need a proper ground. .6 amp. And my damage area is not hot. Okay, this chip is getting hot. And I'll show you which chip. This chip is getting hot. You see? So that means the short it's after the it's after the chip or before the chip. So the short is here. That confirmed the short is there. Wow. Wow. Let's check together. I think I just found the problem, but I think here is the problem because it's getting very hot. That's what I think. Okay, let's use some petrol. Okay, and let's put some amps. Look. And actually this is a piece of rubber. I will take this out and we'll see again. What do you think? Look. Power on. I took out the power. On. Off. Again. On. Off. So what do you think it is? Again. Again. On. Off. I think this is our problem. So let's take this down. Let's take that down. And let's put the power again. And it's not short anymore. Let's go and check. You know what? Let's plug the charger. Because it's not short anymore. And the computer will be fine. Let's try the board. Will be fine without that capacitor because there are 3 more there and I know exactly what this capacitor are doing. So you are fine. If you have 3 capacitors and the number 4 is on short, you are fine with 3. The power is on. The power button. Probably is here on the connector. No. Yes, and the laptop is on. You can see the light. Blue light, picture on the screen. What do you think about that? I was about to swear, you know, it's a fall from where there was the liquid damage on the bottom of the board, but not. I actually have nothing to do with the liquid. It was a capacitor on the processor power supply. So that's the thing. Actually, let's take out the you see the power supply. Let's use the lab power supply plus minus, and let's power up the laptop. And we can't power up the laptop by the power supply? Maybe not. No, actually I can't. Yeah, it's not working on all. So basically on this laptop, if you put plus and minus, it's not enough. You should have the data pins. Probably the this chip, the Sawbridge, it's a starter chip. Probably this one, which is the startup chip. This probably ask the battery first and check the battery, and after that will power up the computer by the battery, from the battery, power from the battery. So yeah, and this one no. This one you cannot power up the laptop through the battery. I'm sure the battery is fine. Let me see if I can find the battery. Yeah, and we have orange light. That means the battery is charging. Let's check with the multimeter. So what do we have here? We have 12 volts. And about this chip, what do we have with this chip? You see, this chip is not only for protection, it's also for limiting the current, the charging current on the battery. So here, if here I have 19, here I have 19 on this chip, and here we have only 12. So that's the chip, and here we have 12 volts. That's the power from the battery, 12 volts. And that's the power from this chip. And before of that chip I have 18.8. So here we have 18.8. volts. So that's the voltage here. And that's the voltage 18.8 volts. Oh, no now. So that's the basics on the laptop's motherboards. You see, it's not hard. It's not hard. Anyway, I'll put all back together. The computer is working. I think the keyboard will not be working as it's liquid damage. Yeah, now everything is fine here. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like the video, and see you later.